Okay, so let's have a look at our entry criteria in picture perfect format. So we're going to start off with demand, so we're looking for buys, and on the higher time frame, pro trend. Okay, so when you see me ticking the boxes, are we pro trend? This is kind of what I have in my mind, what we're seeing. Alright, we want to be seeing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then when we come back within the previous range, it's important that we're back into the range. I don't want to be taking longs after the breakout. I want to see price pull back. Usually be a refined point of interest somewhere here. I'm happy to be pretty aggressive and just go straight for the 15-minute entry model combined with our 1-minute entry execution, obviously. But yeah, there's no real clean flips or anything we need to see. I just want to see demand, range, order flow, demand, swing structure, order flow, lows holding, highs getting broken, and this is simply trend is your friend. You know, if we start seeing that demand is still serving from these refined points of interest, then we're going to go with the flow, man. I also have, are we serving from a point of interest that created a flip and has inducement? All that good stuff, pro trend as well, because yeah, that's still great. You know, this has been flipping levels, and we've got inducement, we've got a point of interest, and we're pro trend. It's even stronger, so that's nice. But I'm happy to just simply go with range and swing structure, order flow. Okay. So moving over to still in the higher time frame, but now counter trend, and you can see there's a little bit more going on now because we want a bit more confidence because you know we're kind of going against the grain here, so we want to see a bit more compliments. So are we serving from a point of interest that created a flip and has inducement? Okay, so you would see something like, again, we're still looking for buys, we're looking for demand, but you would see like supply creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, failing to create a lower low. Okay, coming up, testing this level of supply, which is a strong level because it broke structure. Okay, so it's got to test a strong level of supply. Still fails to create a new low, and then demand breaks supply serve, breaks out. Okay, and what you'll see here is, say this breakout stops, because when the market sees that there's more demand than supply in the market, there'll be a lot of orders and stops underneath the previous low, and that's our liquidity, that's our fuel for our counter trend move. Okay, so we want to be coming down, and like this could be X amount of time, this could be a couple of years, doesn't even matter. Now if we're seeing a strong high time frame setup like this, okay, and we've had all this price action happen, and then we've had supply is actually currently serving, but if we're in a strong point of interest that is like swept liquidity, got inducement and created a strong flip, then we can go down to our 15-minute entry model combined with our 1-minute entry model. Right, but really important, got inducement and it's created a flip. Okie doke. So that's our counter trend higher time frame. Okay, so now onto the 15-minute time frame. Now on the 15-minute, there's no more pro or counter trend setups, it's just the same setup either way we're going. Alright, so this is either the supply pulling back into our pro trend range, most recent range, yeah, or this is supply coming into our strong counter trend point of interest. Okay, and it's pretty much the same details as the counter trend. We see supply causing a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high, but failing to create a lower low. You could see a bit of range price action going on here, creating liquidity, like a bit of indecision in the market or fair price, whatever you want to call it. And then supply, which is a strong level of supply because it broke structure. Yeah, it's come up. And now if it's going to continue the trend short on the 15-minute, it would have swept liquidity and create a new lower low, breaking this low here. Right? So it sweeps liquidity, it's got a fair chance by having the fuel to do so, and still fails to create a new low. And demand holds, Now what's happened is demand has actually swept liquidity, mitigated some demand order flow, mitigated our pro trend range, mitigated our counter trend strong point of interest, come back up, tested supply, supply is still failing, and actually breaks supply, okay, and has a flip. So do we have a flip? Sorry, do we have flip inducement? I've got these the wrong way around really. Yep, so same detail as I just explained. We'll see these breakout, market breaking out, and there'll be a lot of orders and stops placed underneath the previous low. That's the fill you want. So do we have flip inducement? Yes. Are we selling from a point of interest that created a 15-minute flip or above? Yes. So this is demand that basically broke supply serve, range flip, all the good stuff. And very important on 15-minute as well is, are we serving from an area that's swept liquidity? Okay, because if you haven't swept liquidity, you become the liquidity. Alright. So yeah, that's our 15-minute entry model, both pro and counter trend. Then once we see all this setting up, and we've had the inducement, we're kind of pulling back now into the extremity, this is where we're looking for our 1-minute entry model. Boom, boom. This is game time. So yeah, this will be our 15-minute point of interest. I should have done this on all the time frames really. That's this badger. Now here. And what we want to see is, again, like price actions fractal, yeah? We want to buy, so we want to see that demand is serving. We want to see that there's more demand than supply in the market. Now we're seeing that on the high time frame, whether it's pro trend or from a strong point of interest that's flipped. We're now seeing that on the 15-minute time frame, that demand is a broken supply serve, and now we just want to see it on the 1-minute time frame. And if we see that, then probability is on our side that buys are a go. Little additional cherry, the Asian sweep. We'll like to see this as well. So this would be like the Asian market, and we'll come down around London, after 7 AM, London Open. If we start seeing this kind of price action, it's even extra juicier, but it's not a must. It's just an additional cherry. So you'll see, on my entry criteria, the 1-minute entry model, do we have a minimum of 1-minute chock? Okay. Chock is basically a change of character, a change of trend. And the reason I had this 1 minute is because I have been aggressive in the past. This is more for me, that you see me go down the seconds, and when I have like a real high probability or strong, high time frame, 15-minute point of interest, sometimes I can get carried away on the seconds, and you'll see a big push in on the 1 minute. You'll see like 30 seconds set up and the flip and change of character and stuff, and then we'll get an entry, and all it does is it comes up to the previous high of the 1 minute and just continues the 1 minute trend short, does an extra sweep, and then goes. So I like a 1 minute chock. I want to see this minimum on the 1 minute change of character. But anyway, another little additional cherry would be that our liquidity is within our point of interest. You'll see supply coming down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, test this level of supply, fail to break the low, and then demand break. Okay, and again, on this little breakout in the 1 minute, there'll be stops and orders below here. This is the inducement and the fuel. Now, sometimes price does go from here, or you can call these the decisionals. But again, I just learned to personally, I just go from the extremities every time to keep the probabilities in my favour. So do we have a minimum of 1 minute chock? Yes. Has there been a flip? Yeah, so supply has had a chance to continue the trend here, but it's failed and then got broken. Have we swept liquidity? Yep. This is the bit where we would have swept this liquidity, ideally within our 15-minute point of interest. And do we have inducement? Do we have fuel for the move to come? Yeah, just flip inducement is ideal. We want it before the flip. Okay, and then that's when price will be coming back into this area here, and we'll be hitting market execute. You should be flying to the moon. And yeah, our trade management will be going from there. Cool. Okay, so obviously it's going to be the same for supply. I am going to make a quick little video for supply as well, just to get eyes on from the other way. But that is what we're looking for in the trade to come. Hey up everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to another trade recap. So I actually took this trade during the New York session last night. I had some alerts set throughout the London session which never got triggered, but coming back from my beach walk they were getting triggered and I was wide awake, feeling good, so I thought let's have a little butchers. I actually ended up taking a loss though, unfortunately, or a lesson should I say. So there we are then. 20 minutes past 1. Yeah, little 1% loss, but we'll break it down and why I took this trade, and I will take it again. This is just part of the probabilities. So yeah, let's start off as per on the 15-minute time frame because this is the next morning. So this is where I was starting to look for longs from. We'll go for the daily. So yeah, that little wick there hadn't actually happened yet. So basically, on the daily, nothing really point of interest wise. Apart from that, we've tapped this strong level of supply, and we've still yet to break any levels of demand. We failed to create any lows. We've got a bit of demand order flow, but it's also failing to break the highs. But we are still pro daily range order flow and daily swing structure in favour of demand. So demand is still currently serving on the daily. So happy to look for longs. Then 4 hours. Right, so that little badger there hadn't quite happened yet. And I really like this internal structure here, which was just above this point of interest. But if you have a look here, right, we can see that demand is still serving, because where was the last time that supply broke demand? And maybe a little bit here, there's a flip, substructure, but look, demand's holding, right, holding, breaks through this level of supply. Maybe a tiny little break here, but then yeah, demand is holding. Supply is just mitigating these points of interest, but failing to create lows. And then this was like a big push, failed to break the high, so it became a weak low. And I saw this is internal, as a weak low, internal structure, liquidity, to tap into this strong point of interest here with good demand order flow, pro trend to go long. And if we look at the ranges, that's really nice. This has been a big sweep, mitigation, broken through, created new swing structure. In fact, yeah, swing and ranges is probably where things become a bit more obvious. So yeah, it's created a new supply to demand range flip after sweeping loads of liquidity. Picture this line as liquidity. Swept it, mitigated. Yeah, broken our swing point long. And yeah, we're coming right back into the extremity of it after sweeping this liquidity and inducement too. So I was like, yeah, I had alerts set on London, didn't tap it, but New York did. So I was like, I'm up, I'm ready. Let's have a little look. So on the 15-minute, oh, you know what? We should be going through the checklist for me. Sorry. So high time frame narrative, are we serving from a point of interest that created a flip? Yep. Now we pro trend? Yep. So tick both of those. Alright, 15-minute. Do we have flip inducement on the high time frame? We just saw that big for our low inducement flip, the sweep, sorry, which is all this. This is our liquidity, this is our fuel. We've also got more here, which was nice before it flipped this area and went on to break, which was nice. And then this is what I really liked, this whole interaction of price action here. So this has just swept loads of liquidity, come up, it's actually swept this liquidity, so for this strong level of supply to continue short, this will be a nice after this big wick sweep. Zoom in a bit more. Yeah, failed, went on, flipped this area, dropped inducement before the flip, and off she went. So this was, can you see this price action here? That's just our entry model on the 15-minute, beautifully. Come down, sweep, supply side liquidity, fail, demand push off, dropped inducement, off she goes. You could say this is the flip level. Whoop. I mean, there's a little something there actually. Look, hasn't actually quite tapped that. That's the flip level. Yeah, okay, a little bit messy, a little bit pushy up here, but here's nice. Yeah, not much inducement, you know. Okay, cool. Cool. Because where we actually do end up going from, which I've just seen this morning, and I was actually waiting for a re-entry last night, but it was getting too late and I went to bed, is actually under this inducement. I believe under this inducement. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Anyway. See, don't lose, you learn. Just take things away. Yeah, do we have flip inducement on the 15-minute and or higher time frame? Yeah, definitely swept. Sorry, POI that created a flip. Yes, you saw that, a very clean one. Area swept liquidity. Yes. Right, so I was like, look, if we get a 1 minute entry model down here, then it fits the edge. Because sometimes you can see these kind of like they fit the plan, and maybe look a little bit choppy. But if we get a clean 1 minute entry model, it's like higher extra confirmation, you know. And sometimes it just blows through these points of interest, and you're just like, oh, okay, sweet. It wasn't meant to be. And we don't blow through. We actually get pretty good price action with our liquidity within our point of interest. So that was our little additional cherry. Market confluence. This is the whole again. Remember when I said it's not definite, but sometimes when we see, where's the Asian market? Around here somewhere. There's the Asian market. So look, swept the Asian and gone short. And when we're into New York, from about here, you see it come down and then do a reversal. Not definite, but that's kind of like my market confluence. If we see that London has been pretty biased in one direction, then I'll see that my market confluence is that if we're trading for New York to be going in the opposite direction to whatever is London just set up. So yeah, we don't need that anymore. Where were we? Yeah, this is, I mean, you don't get much of a cleaner. That's our chalk short. Like that. And there's our, let me just move this out of the way, chalk long. So we've got our liquidity within our point of interest. This chalk is also this sweep as well. There's our chalk long. And what I liked was that level of supply that broke previous low, so strong, come up, got tested, failed to continue, and instead got broken. I mean, looking at this now, I was aware of this, but at the end of the day we got a chock and a flip. This is still a level of supply. But I don't say I want 2 levels of supply or demand flipped. I just want 1. Okay, because if we wait for too many levels to get broken, the trade will just go without us. You know, we still got to pull the trigger. So yeah, there's our chalk low, chalk long. There's our flip, and this little badger here was our lovely inducement for the flip. Pretty sure. Was there anything on the 5 seconds to have a look at here? I can't even remember where we went from. I think we could cover the low. And I had a 3.5. Probably doing this all wrong. I don't know why I'm thinking that I'm setting this up. Did we cover that? I got to check, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is it. There we go. Going to have a morning coffee yet. I was about to go to the gym, but it's pissing down, so I thought I'll do this first. And yeah, let me enter in there. Did we? Hang on, something's not right here. Something's not. Internet, fucking hell, big one. Jesus Christ, my internet actually spanked in a little bit last night, and I had to quickly flick to my phone data. Yeah, and I was like, don't do this to me, because it was a bit late my time, and yeah, it was very, very rarely had that happen. But this is why I say, like, set your take profits just in case your internet cuts out and the trade goes, takes your take profit, and then comes back. But yeah, how this was, I think my internet like cut out here, and then I was like, right, I'm just gonna wait for the 5 second, then flip, and I would have wanted to enter by here. Oh, excuse me. Where is it? Yeah, we came right up here. And I was like, yeah, and I'm glad I still had the 3.5 stop loss set on my market execute, because, you know, we could have maybe got a bit more aggressive with, I don't know, 2.5, but no, I'm sticking 3.5. Anyway, we got filled up here at, yeah, 13.21, I believe it was, 13.21.49 at 612. 612. Yeah, right there. Right there. So it was almost, I saw this little 5 second flip going. I was like, wait, the low's covered, we're good. Just internet's back on. A little bit of flap stations. Just hit market execute. And we're off. Yeah, that was I remember that. That was a little flap station then. And then we played around a bit. And then when I saw this, I was like, oh, beautiful. Flip this second level of supply. This was cool. Real hold. We're still in. Dropped inducement before the break. I thought maybe we could come down. You know, we might come deeper back into the stop loss again. Mitigate some of this price action. Oops. See this flip? Look, level supply. Broke. Got tested. Failed to break. Went off. So again, I'm not expecting us to rocket quite yet. I could see us come down, retest this and go. And I don't think it retests it. I think it actually just goes straight through it. But I had, let me just clear all this off. Yeah, that's how it's set. So that was I put a take profit I set as 6, because that's passing the challenge. And I had my alert set. Is my alert still set? No. For here. So once we got past 1 to 4, I was going to lock in, put our stop loss up here, the second we broke through, to manage the trade. And yeah, she was looking nice, but then, nope. Off she goes. So that was our loss. No dramas though. You know, we had the 1 minute chart, the flip, good high time frame sweep, pro trend. Yeah, maybe 15-minute inducement would be a little bit nicer to see. You know, because yeah, let's actually go down to when I was looking at a re-entry. So I'm still awake and good to go. Create a new, come on, Mish. Frozen. Hello. Cool, mate. This internet is there we go. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this badger. Right. We got a nice 1 minute price action, and I was like, whoa, that's really swept this low here. And let me just get rid of the 4 hour. So all high time frame narratives still the same, still very much pro trend, just sweeping all these little cheeky lows, or big lows really. Like just sweeping this low, just sweeping that low, just all these orders were below these strong lows. We're now getting swept. And again, this very nice price action. 15-minute entry model. Yeah, supplies come down, mitigate strong demand order flow. This big wick has swept all this liquidity to the left, mitigate supply order flow, but failed to break the low, and instead pushed up, dropping inducement, going. Yeah, here's our little extremity with the point of interest. Could say it already got mitigated there, but we're actually going deeper into this strong point of interest here. And yeah, I was waiting to see on our 1 minute, we got our entry model, and I was going to send it again because I liked it, man. We're getting kind of into the extremity levels of high time frame ranges and point of interest of pro trend setups, and then we got this nice setup here. He's marking out, yeah. So chock long. I was just waiting for this chock short. I was waiting for this chock long here. There's a bit of 5-second flips and all that kind of stuff going on down here, but we wanted 1 minute. That was an inside bar. That's a date change. That badger there was an inside bar. That's the inducement before we went. And as long as I was looking at wanting to cover this low, and then she was just going. And to be honest with you, I realised I was starting to get tired. I'm chasing a trade. This was like almost at 11 o'clock, I think, my time. And fuck that, it's way beyond my bedtime. So I pulled it. And then this morning, I woke up to probably around about that price action, I think. And I was like, I haven't actually marked this up yet. I just had a little look at my phone. And I saw this supply to demand range flip. I saw that very nice point of interest to supply to demand point of interest flip. I saw that supply wasn't really mitigating anything. That we had all this inducement, and that our little 1 minute nice entry point was still below it. And yeah, just journaling and chilling and doing my morning stuff. And I thought this could be quite nice if you just range throughout the Asian market, maybe London Open. We could get our entry today. And that happens. You saw as you came on. I mean, I haven't even looked yet. That's got to be some sort of news or something. But bang on 11, the new rollover. And yeah, she did sweep, she did mitigate, and we have broken off. And this is a bit horrible because that is not a point of interest to play from. I'm not going to play anything underneath that. I think that's getting too... I don't know. We'll have a look at today's anyway. But yeah, that was just another little... The re-entry trade. In fact, would that have been... Yeah, we would have got a 1 to 4s as well. Never mind, John. But that can now go. Cool, so that's now going from today's price action. It'd be interesting to see what goes on today. Because, yeah, we've just been sweeping a lot of liquidity. And we're really... Oh, pissing down again. We're kind of rangy. Anyway, it's not a forecast, it's a recap in it. So we'll see what happens later on. But I hope that helps, guys. Helped me a little bit to look at there. Just having a, look at it unemotionally attached. The 15-minute flip inducement. We're going from the point of interest. That was the inducement, but it hasn't really happened on the flip. It's happened before the flip. Did have all that. Where are we going from? This 4-hour low. Yeah, I think that's the only kind of takeaway I could do there. Other than that, happy with the trade, Take that again. It's all good. Yeah, should we do the proof? And these are the trades. So there it was. And that was on our trade copier. So if we look at the figures here, this is what we're currently running. And I think that's the FTMO. There we go. Yeah, on the live account again. And trade copied over to our challenge as well. And that's how we're rolling. Cool. Alright, cheers guys. See you later. Bye.